Welcome back to Marketing Champions. I'm Howard Wolpoff, your host. Again, today we are talking about marketing around the country with great people who are really influencing companies to get their messages out there. Today we have Chris Leo from Movou Inc. out of San Jose, California. Chris, welcome to the conversation today.
Thanks for having me.
So you started Movou a few years back. You're the president of the company. You've been involved in marketing for a long time, really getting messages out there for companies. What made you get Movou started?
Well, originally I owned a traditional agency for almost 20 years, and we worked primarily in the real estate and mortgage industries, helping put together marketing plans for the major national brokerages as well as the individual agents and teams, and basically giving them the tools that they need to succeed. And one of the things that we always did on our end was we had a heavy content marketing background to promote our company and use digital marketing to really expand our client base. And there came a time where it was time to make an exit out of the traditional agency model, and taking the tools and the things that had worked for us, and using storytelling and content marketing, we decided that I really wanted to explore that. And so I launched Movou, and we've just never stopped. We've been helping brands tell stories and really pinpoint their ideal customers and grow their companies in meaningful and, most importantly, measurable ways.
The role you're playing is very important because a lot of small businesses really don't understand the concept of branding. They may think they do. They have a message they created, although the message isn't resonating. How are you usually starting with the companies that you're working with to really recreate or re-envision their messaging and start to market it?
It's a lot of it starts with really something as simple as helping them build their customer avatars. They have kind of maybe a vague idea of what that is, but they don't really know. So we have a knack for really sitting down with a company and learning, about them and what it is they do, and helping them kind of draw the lines. So we take then that avatar and then we build a story around that brand. And the trick generally is we need to work with a company to get them to realize that the customer really is the hero that's in the center of this story that we're going to be telling, and the brand is this guide. And by showing that they have empathy, that they understand these wants, needs, and pain points, or whatever challenge the customer is trying to solve, and they also have the authority to get them from that feeling of uncertainty to the end result of success. That's what's going to help them win every time.
So there are a lot of different platforms that companies use to brand themselves, to get their marketing messages out there. And they always evolve. There's a lot of change and new things happen. So over the course of the next couple of years, where do you see the future of branding, and what kind of focus should companies be looking at towards the future?
It's interesting. I think things are going to continue to change. I mean, obviously, even just with things with privacy, right? With online media and people's data, we're seeing changes in restrictions in types of ads you can do with regard to even, I don't know, take the real estate industry or employment ads with discrimination. So I think what it's going to be is even though the technology is always advancing, I think a lot of it is going to be back to basics, where really the message that you tell the public and the copy that you're using to help attract perhaps a target group that you can't necessarily target for with an ad set. I think that's going to be much more important. So it's, in a way, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it, you're not going to be able to be as lazy. You're going to have to do the work up front and set that foundation so that way you can still have a successful campaign.
This is always key, no matter what you're doing. And you're talking about real estate, to have a good, solid foundation on anything to make sure that you're going within the right direction. So you've, again, had a wide array of projects and companies you've worked for and within your marketing career. What was that one branding experience that really stands out to you?
You know, I mean, we were fortunate enough to work with Gino Blafari and his team over when they launched Intero. We were part of many people that were helping launch that brand, and they went nationally and internationally and got purchased by Warren Buffett. I think though the most interesting one right now is a mobile app startup that we're working with called Plunger. They're based out of Half Moon Bay, and what's most intriguing to me, I know this isn't a pitch for them, but for context, it's a real time video app where you can, if you have say your toilet explodes and you need help immediately, you can talk to a certified plumber online via video, and they'll walk you through the problem, how to fix it. The thing that I love the most about it is it's using every type of tool that we possibly have in our quiver to make that brand a household name, because it's a startup, it's unknown. So it's really exciting, seeing the evolution of it and seeing influencers start to use it and feature it on their Instagram stories or their YouTube channel, and then seeing all the feedback come in and watch that tipping point. So that's been a really interesting one that's kept me super engaged.
And another indicator of what the platforms can do to get their message out there and get a response from an audience. And really that's what you're really asking for with branding. So Chris, thank you so much for joining us today. It really is great to hear your story and the things you're doing, and thank you for sharing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
And thank you all for joining us today. There's a lot of different amazing ways that you need to brand your company to get your message out there. Chris shared a lot, and I'm sure he has a lot more to share. You can find more on dailyadbrief.com. But go and have a great rest of today, and we'll see you next time on Marketing Champions.